Hello, duelists, and welcome to the King's Court. Okay, now, it's been a couple weeks, about a month actually, but here it is. Now, if you're a little unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, first off, if this is your first time here on the channel, thanks for clicking on the video. And if you're a returning viewer, hi, how you doing? Now, for a couple of weeks now, me and Chandler and Michael have been doing this series here on the channel, basically where we take a bunch of VTubers that we enjoy to watch and basically assign them what Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Well, here's the thing. Here on the channel, we have what we consider the three primary pillars of the channel. And those are basically the series and type of content we like to upload here the most. And that's Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, and Pokemon. The real big three. Let's be real here. So, but anyways, so basically what we started doing, a couple of weeks ago, I uploaded a video called "What Yu-Gi-Oh decks would these VTubers play?" And basically in that video, we picked a bunch of VTubers that we like to watch and that we're fans of, and basically went over their lore, their character design, funny memes, and basically assigned what deck they would play if they played Yu-Gi-Oh, like in an anime style sort of thing. Same thing with Digimon, we went with the same criteria, and we went over what Digimon partner they'd have. And the most recent one we did a couple of weeks ago, we did what Pokemon teams certain VTubers would have. If you want to check those out, by the way, there's an entire playlist of all the videos we've done so far in the series. But basically, this is going to be the beginning of part 2. So in this one, it's going to be a little different though. Now, we're fans of all of these, but this one's going to be a little special. We're going to be going, because in the first one, I did a little, sneak peek / honorable mention sort of portion of the video, where I basically went over a couple that we enjoy to watch, but we just didn't have time to fit them in because the video was already going for, past how long we wanted it to be. So to make up for that, we're going to go over right here. But also in this video, this is a little special. This one's going to be basically covering VTubers that have done Yu-Gi-Oh content in the past, or that regularly do Yu-Gi-Oh content. So this should be a lot of fun. So but the reason I bring this up because this is going to be a little bit different because in the original one, I went over ones that don't really do Yu-Gi-Oh content. So it was easy to really assign a specific deck. But here, a lot of them have shown they do have preferable ones they do enjoy playing. So I'm going to go over the ones that they're most known for, and as well, what also, based on the criteria from the first one, which deck we would assign them personally. But at the end of the day, this is all just for fun. So if you have any other ideas of what decks they would have, let us know in the comments. And also let us know in the comments, might as well get this out of the way really quickly. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let us know who you want to see in part 3. Because we do plan on doing a part 3 to this. And as well, if you're a fan of Digimon and Pokemon, let us know who you want to see in those two. We got a couple of ideas of who we're going to be putting in that one. So let us know if there's anyone you want to see specifically. And that's pretty much it. So like I said, basically we're going to go over their lore, their character design, and as well as any kind of funny memes. Or in this case also, any other kind of deck that they've mentioned that they really enjoy playing in the past. So, really quick, just like the first one, honorable mentions. Now, the first honorable mention we wanted to mention, this is Channel Mirror Michael's, he wanted to bring up Iron Mouse. Now, we weren't really sure which one because Iron Mouse, Queen of Hell. So we were thinking, okay, Yu-Gi-Oh has a lot of Fiend decks. There's Dark World, there's Yugioh, there's the new Fiendsmith deck right now, but I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh players want to think about that one right now. There's tons of Archfiend. Archfiend actually really could have worked, but we decided on the Fluffle deck. Now, if you're a fan of Iron Mouse, you know that she is a big fan of the cinnamon roll. I don't know a lot about the cinnamon roll plushie, and especially she's shown before that she has like a legit surplus of them, and as well a very specific cinnamon roll plushie that means the world to her. We all know, if you're a fan of Iron Mouse, you know which one I'm talking about. So so that's easy. Fluffles, because Fluffles are basically are little tiny plushies. They look all cute and all that, but you get their fusions. The Frightfurs. For the record, all Frightfurs are fiends. Even the Frightfur Tiger, Frightfur Kraken, all fiends. So they retain that plushy aesthetic, but they're also fiends. So I think that works perfectly. So Iron Mouse, Fluffle / Frightfur. 2, Bibu. I'm going to be real. I think Adamantipator could totally work. Think about it. Crystallized emotion, rocks, and all that. So, and that's the point of the Adamanticators. Although, I was also thinking you could maybe also assign Bibu Crystal Beasts. So I guess really depends on which one you like the most. Or, shoot, give her both. Why not, right? And before we get to the main discussion of this video, for the record, all these honorable mentions we're definitely going to be mentioning in part 3. So if this video does well, we're definitely going to be doing a part 3. Then we're probably going to do it anyways, because like I said, these videos are really fun to make. Sheena. Best crab, by the way. Now, Sheena, she's actually done some Yu-Gi-Oh! Content before in the past. She did like a couple of streams playing Master Duel, and I think she's also done some collabs with a couple of the VTubers that we're going to be mentioning here. So, Sheena said, if I remember right, I rewatched some of her VODs of her playing Master Duel. She said that she used to be like a full-on legit competitive player, which is really cool. Oh man, I'm even also there's like a YouTube short on her YouTube channel where apparently she met these new people at a bar or something, and she pulled out a legit dual disc. Oh man, that's hilarious, and that's cool. I personally would have thought that'd be if someone I just barely met pulled out a dual disc, I'd be like, "Yo, we throwing down right now." So man, so that was hilarious. Now she said before in the past that she used to play Heroes, and if you're familiar with the channel, you know me, Heroes. That's my favorite deck as well. So just hearing that, I was like, oh man, awesome. So you could give her Heroes easily. Now, I wanted to also say maybe like a crab deck, but sadly there's no crab archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! Closest we got really is this Mad Lobster, but it's a lobster, and Crab Turtle. So, shoot, you could just give her an entire deck centered around Crab Turtle. I mean, why not? Legit, we got an entire archetype centered around Hungry Burger in the modern era of Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's be honest here. So, stranger things have happened. Although, if you want to go by the criteria we've mentioned, if you go by like her design, she's before she started doing like her crab persona, I guess you could call it. She was called like the Star Weaver of the Stars or something. So shoot, you could give her a Constellar deck. And actually, that kind of fits too, because Constellars were around that era where she said she played. So shoot, why not? So here you give her just like either Heroes, Constellars, or personally, I would love to see a Crab Turtle themed deck, like eventually, right? I mean, again, we got an entire deck around Hungry Burger, so why not? And that's the honorable mentions. Like I said, we're gonna if we do a part 3, we're definitely gonna be going into more detail on these ones. But now let's get to the main discussion of the video. So, first one we gotta mention. The first one we're gonna go over the ones we mentioned in the first one. Right away, Nova. Now, Nova regularly does Yu-Gi-Oh content. She does primarily Yu-Gi-Oh, Vanguard, I think FGO, and I think also she recently. Oh yeah, wait, she did. What am I saying? I think she recently also started playing Digimon. So if you want to see her in the Digimon one, let us know in the comments. So she regularly does Master Duel, and she usually plays like the newest decks added to Master Duel. Makes sense, right? I think her most recent stream she played Yubel, so that was really cool. So I was thinking, okay, which deck could you give her? But easily, this one was. I'm gonna be real. This one was a no-brainer. Give her Labyrinth. She's done a couple of IRL streams where she's played the physical card game, And if I remember right, she said she legit went and got the QC, is it QCR or is it Starlight Rare? What people call the Labyrinth Mommy. And I'm not surprised. I know some people who really, really like the Labyrinth Mommy, so makes sense. So easy, Labyrinth. And she's even said before her design kind of looks like Labyrinth and a Labyrinth monster, and it really does. I'm not gonna lie. So Nova, easy, Labyrinth. Next one, Mistress Doom. We mentioned her in the first one as well, and I actually really recently started watching Mistress Doom a couple months back. It's funny how I found out about her. It was from her cover of the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX English name. Get your game on, because I'm a huge GX nerd, and so that's how I started watching her content. And she's played a couple of decks, like the two decks that come to mind are the Ojama deck. I think even she even has one of her VTuber model rigs has like an Ojama yellow onesie, if I remember right. So that's hilarious. So you just give her the Ojama deck. But she's been doing this series where she basically reacts to the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's English anime, because if you've seen the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's English dub, it can get pretty weird. And she is a very, very big fan of Jack Atlas, the boy Jack. And so just for the sake of that, you could probably just also give her Red Dragon Archfiend. But so I guess it's like a toss-up, really. But basically, Ojama and Red Dragon, easy. If I'm looking at this right, she even has the Jack Atlas's signer mark on her arm, so that's really cool. So easy, those two. All right, now we got to talk about Eclipse XV. I actually recently started watching Eclipse XV more regularly, and here's the thing: Eclipse is like a legit, if I remember right, is like a legit full-on Master Duel competitive player. She's like also like a multiple-time Master Duel tournament winner, if I remember right as well. So that's a tough one. This is a tough one right here, because I was thinking, man, I was like, what deck could work? But I saw this hilarious stream of her collabing with Nova, and she destroyed her. She obliterated her with Exodia. So just give her Exodia. Think of it. It's kind of like it's like the whole Yugi Kaiba thing. She's just gonna obliterate the competition. Next, our king of the Philippines, Merryweather. Easy, Blue Eyes. Come on, Merryweather is basically the Blue Eyes. I mean, it's the Seto Kaiba of VTubers. So easy, legit, Blue Eyes. Although you could also give him Galaxy Eyes, especially since if you've ever seen the YouTube channel H and Mr. H, if I remember right, that's the name of the channel. They do like amazing, hilarious VTuber animations, and one of the most hilarious ones, probably my favorite one still, is the one where Merryweather is basically in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Full-on style, sharp edges, chin design, Kaiba design, playing against someone else who I'll also mention here in the video in a second. So I think that was like my favorite one I've ever seen them do. So easy, Blue Eyes, although you can go with Galaxy Eyes. Probably really Dragon decks in general, let's be real here. Alright, and the next one, Rosemi. So, I was trying to think, Rosemi does do Master Duel content every couple of, like, she plays in between that and other stuff she does. So I was trying to think, okay, what could really work? And I remember the last time I checked out her Master Duel VODs, or like her streams, she was playing she likes to play like a gambler style deck. Which makes sense also because again she was the one playing against Merryweather in that hilarious animation on H and Mr. H's channel, and she completely destroyed his field with Time Wizard. So you could probably just go with that, like a Time Wizard themed deck, or the gambler deck. Although if we're going for the sake of like I said, the criteria we usually use, you could also say Trap Tricks, especially since she's played Trap Tricks before. And again, it just matches her whole flower rose aesthetic. So the gambler deck, but also I could also see trap tricks as well. And that's wow. Actually, that's everyone. So really quick recap. The honorable mentions: Iron Mouse, Frightfur / Fluffle. Let's see, Bibu. Again, either Adamancipator or you could say Crystal Beasts. I'm kind of leaning though towards Adamancipator since again they're all rocks as well. Even the monsters that the humans that aren't like the tuners for the deck, because it's a synchro based deck. Even the ones that aren't the synchros are all rocks. So I feel like that kind of works a little bit better. But let me know in the comments which one you prefer. Sheena. Again, I wish there was like a crab deck, but I'll go with Heroes. Although you could also say Constellars based on the whole star design. And I remember she's referred to herself as the Crab Constellation, and that's all Constellars are constellations. So hey, that works right there actually. Okay, Nova, easy. Labyrinth, easy. Mistress Doom, again, either Ojamas or because of how much she loves Jack Atlas, Red Dragon Archfiend. Eclipse, I'm going to go with Exodia, just because it was that, again, seeing her just completely obliterate Nova was hilarious. Merryweather, easy, Blue Eyes. Although, again, you could also go Galaxy Eyes as well. And Rosemi, the gambling deck, but also you could go with Trap Tricks as well. And that's pretty much everyone, actually. So basically, in the comments, let us know what you thought of this video and who do you want to see in the next one. And that's pretty much everything. Have a good weekend. I don't think I'm forgetting anything this time. Have a good weekend. Take care. And have a good day. Bye.